A crazy coked up dude in the woods hunting a woman who's terrified and alone. You think you've seen this film? You have not seen this film.
How did I get so lucky tonight? I know it isn't true.
This is a film that will be slightly challenging to review without spoilers, but I'm going to try my very best, okay? So have you ever seen a film that managed to begin with so many of your, pet peeves that it lulled you into a kind of ugh, right, false sense of security, and then ripped the carpet out from under you so suddenly that you got whiplash? Because that's what happened here. Strange Darling stars Willa Fitzgerald as the lady and kylegallner as the demon, and actually, there's barely any other cast. And there isn't a huge amount of talking for the first half, which was a deliberate attempt to leave us in the dark as long as possible, and it worked really well. The story is quirky. It is interesting, and it does say right up front that it's based on a true story when it's not, which was a little bit confusing for me as well. It also says in a big proclamation right off the bat that it is shot entirely on 35mm cameras, which gives off the energy, just pronouncing that at the beginning of the film, it gives off the energy of like a film student who wishes he had the power to shoot women's feet as openly as Quentin Tarantino does. And then the story just immediately it comes up with a big, this is a story in 6 chapters. Bang, chapter 3. Immediately. And I at that point I was just like, oh my god, I'm going to hate this film. However, this managed to surprise me, and I mean surprise me as in I actually enjoyed it when I thought I might hate it, and surprise me as in I was constantly just pulling the carpet out from under you. You think there's no more carpets there, there's another one, they just rip it out, yeah. I mostly know Willa Fitzgerald from the Scream TV show, where she was good girl all the way, so this is a vastly different sort of performance, and I thought she was just incredible in this. Kylegallner has become something of a Scream king lately. He's in a lot of horror films, but I don't really like the smile films and stuff, so this is one of my first chances to really appreciate him, and I thought he crushed this role as well. And the film is built on the backs of those two performances, because there are some slightly weaker elements in this, let's say that, and I feel like they're covered up fairly well by these two being so good, cinematography being really good, and just the fast pacing, because I feel like most films that are, that are split into chapters like that, they're 3 hours long at least. I just saw The Brutalist, it does it. And the fact that this is, a tight run times, I don't know, 90 minutes, maybe slightly more, that makes it feel just lightning quick. The fact that they've split it into 6 different chapters and they're jumping back and forth with the story. I normally hate non-linear storytelling with a passion, but I thought it worked just incredibly well here. The whole vibe of the film is just quirky and weird, and that threw me at the beginning, because it came up true story based on these killings from 2018 to 2020, something like that, and I was just like, wait. Was it really though? Because the entire film has this quirky sort of weird attitude, and I was like, if this is even half based on a true story, that's not cool. It's really way too soon to be making any film about killings out in 2018, but definitely with that kind of attitude towards it. But it's not based on anything, it just says it is. Strange Darling is just a wondrous little film that just adds to the kind of current golden era of horror that we're in. It deserves to be seen. I think it has a lot of rewatchability to it. Willa Fitzgerald deserves a lot more after proving herself so strongly in this. And I really hope that we just get to see more films like this that are just not afraid to say fuck it. I feel like Shudder is one of these things I've talked about before that really gives films a chance to do this. Just go, you know what, horror movies are low budget in general. You can just go fucking super wacko and see if something sticks to the wall. This is one that really does that, and for me it stuck to the wall, so I'm giving that pretty kinky for a first date. 4 stars. Horror is having a real golden era right now. There is so much happening in this genre. The last few years, it's been hard to make a top 10 horror movies of the year. The unfortunate thing is, at least around here in the UK, because films like this, maybe, I don't know, are getting cinema releases in the US. Around here, they're not. The ones that get the cinema releases, the bigger scale ones, are the worst ones a lot of the time now still. Subscribe for more hard truths.